evening and welcome to Sunday's 6-1 News and Sport. The headlines. Review of benefit payments to refugees and asylum seekers is underway as government grapples with managing high numbers seeking shelter here.
If there's a ceiling there that we don't go above that ceiling, we remain under it and we do meet and support the people that we need to support.
Murder investigation gets underway after a 39-year-old man is found stabbed to death in a house in County Kildare. And Bambi Thugs savours Eurovision success but hits out at organisers for lack of support following Israel row.
We've really gone through a lot while being here. It's been extremely intense.
And coming up in Sunday's sports news, Dublin pick up a 14th successive Leinster title with a win over Louth, while Donegal and Armagh are still battling it out in the Ulster football final half.
A government review of payments made to Ukrainian refugees and other asylum seekers is underway, with a memo due to be brought to Cabinet this week. The Minister for Social Protection, Heather Humphreys, has said the Attorney-General is being consulted as part of the review. In the Sunday Independent today, the Taoiseach Simon Harris said Ireland needs to be less attractive for economic migrants. Coming up, off the beaten track, final stretch of 30-kilometre Greenway connects Meath and Cavan.
And coming up in sport, all the day's Gaelic Games action, including 2 ladies football provincial finals. Dublin made light work of Meath in Leinster, while Galway saw off Mayo in Connacht. And Wexford's Lucy Latta savours a podium finish at the world-famous badminton horse trials in the UK.
Welcome back. A 30-kilometre Greenway connecting the counties of Meath and Cavan has been officially opened today. The Boyne Valley to Lakelands Greenway for active travel.
Hope the Greenway will bring tourists to see the Boyne Valley and Lakelands of Cavan from off the beaten track. Laura Hogan, RTÉ News.
Now let's go over to Ivan for all of Sunday sports news. Ivan.
Thanks very much, Eileen. Good evening. Dublin have won a 14th successive Leinster football title, but they didn't have it all their own way. Louth put up a huge fight against the All-Ireland champions at Croke Park.
There were times today when Louth's first provincial title win since 1957 seemed possible. A year ago, 21 points separated the sides. This Leinster final was much more of a contest. 3 first-half scores from Sam Mulroy helped Louth to an unexpected lead at the break. 4 of the first 5 second-half scores went to Dublin. The Louth lead was restored by Kieran Keenan.
Goal by Louth! And they are back in front again.
In front of Hill 16, Dublin capitalised on a mistake from a Louth kick-out.
Oh, that kick-out just didn't work, and it's Jack McCaffrey ready to punish it in as far as O'Callaghan to bury it in the corner, which of course he does, and gets his 17th ever championship goal in the process.
As the game edged to its conclusion, Dublin pulled clear. Craig Lennon's goal was too late to spark a potential dramatic comeback.
Great credit to them. They set out their stall and stuck to the guns throughout and made it very difficult for us to break them down. But eventually we got there.
Dublin's Sam Maguire defence now moves on to Group 2 of the All-Ireland Series against Mayo, Roscommon and Cavan. Dave Kelly, RTÉ News.
Well, there's been high drama at Clones this evening as the Ulster football final went to extra time for the 3rd year in a row. Donegal and Armagh are playing out a typically competitive provincial final.
A first Ulster title since 2019, Donegal's ambition. Armagh striving to be crowned provincial champions for the first time since 2008.
Let's get ready to rumble, as they say.
This Clones contest tight and tactical right from the off. Ballybuffet's Oisin Gallen kicking one of the game's better scores.
Oh, hurling it in.
Donegal, who featured in 11 of the last 14 Ulster deciders, had Darragh O'Wheel in scoring form too. Advantage Armagh by half-time, but only just 10 points to 9, the score at the break. The man nicknamed Turbo boosted Armagh's scoring tally, Conor Turbot posing big problems to Donegal's defence. Kieran McGeeney's side began to pull away, Stephen Campbell doing his bit too for the Orchard County. Donegal, though, were far from finished. Paddy McBrearty key to their late surge.
When the pressure is on, when a leader is required.
15 points apiece, the Ulster final was heading for extra time.
Yeah, so that exciting provincial decider in Clones has gone to penalties inside the last few minutes. A late score from Oran Doherty levelled the match at 20 points apiece in extra time. So this pulsating contest will be decided with spot kicks. The action continues there over on RTÉ 2. Penalties about to get underway. Now, the Dublin ladies footballers also won a Leinster title today, beating Meath by 3-17 to 8 points. First half goals by Carla Rowe and Jennifer Dunn helped McBone's side to a 2-8 2-point lead at half time. Emma Duggan scored all but one of Meath's points in the second half, but it didn't live with Dublin. Caoimhe O'Connor with the third goal. In Connacht then, Galway beat Mayo in a tighter affair. The sides were level at 6 points apiece at half-time, and Galway outscored their neighbours by 1-5 to 3 points after the break. Andrea Trill with Galway's goal in the 67th minute. It finished 1-11 to 9 points. There were two games in the Tailteann Cup today. In Group 2, Tipperary were beaten on the road in Antrim, 4-12 to 2-13, the final score at Cargan Park. And in Group 3, Laois and Carlow drew 2-17 apiece. It was a late penalty which secured the draw for Carlow. Aaron Ammond raising the green flag in the 76th minute with the last kick of the game. Manchester United women have won their first major trophy with a 4-0 win over Tottenham in the FA Cup final today. In the Premier Big equestrian news this evening as Wexford's Lucy Latta had a podium finish at the world-famous Badminton Horse Trials in the UK. Riding the 13-year-old gelding RCA patron saint, Latta finished in second place, which is the highest-placed Irish finisher at badminton in 59 years. She had the fastest cross-country time of the day yesterday and follows that up with a brilliant show-jumping round today. Rory McIlroy tees off very shortly on the final day of the Wells Fargo Championship. A third round of 4 under par has moved McIlroy into outright second place on 11 under par. He tees off at 6:45 p.m. Irish time alongside the leader Xander Schauffele, who is one shot clear on 12 under. Now, those penalties at Clones are just about to get underway, but finally for now, Rob Dixon and Sean Wadilove have won the Irish selection trials for the men's skiff event in France to book their boat's place for the Paris Olympics. It means Ireland will compete in 3 of the 10 sailing disciplines at the Marseille venue for Paris 2024. That is your sport for now. We'll be back at 9. Over to you, Eileen.
Thanks very much, Yvonne.